Hello everybody, Messenger here with episode 16 of BeamNG Career Mode with the RLS Career Overhaul mod, as well as several others, all listed down in the description. Today, to start things off, just wanted to mention I had changed the front frame on this to the TV80. That allowed me to get a diesel V8 1100 cubic inch motor, which also allowed me to put in a T1000 turbocharger. Did a whole bunch of other stuff too to kind of personalize, customize, and all that. It looks like the front rims didn't stay the way that I had them, but whatever. I can go back and do that at a later date or in between or whatever, whenever, right? I'm noticing something here. Live wheel data. Have I just always been blind, or has that always been there, or like it's just showing up only now? I'm not sure, but we can see everything here. So we can see our front left to right toe needs to be trimmed. So that's where this comes in. So we should be able to take this back, like, I don't know, 6%. Does that do it? So there we go. We're getting close. It's very strange because that's kind of going up yet more. So I think maybe not. Let's just go this way to 0. Let's take a look because this is kind of how we get it set up. We're going up, we're going up, we're going up. Still not quite there. We're also going to reduce our toe here. So right now, there we go. We're kind of sitting there and still a little bit positive on this. So I want to ideally try to 0 it that way. Caster angle, I can't really do anything about, so it's going to have a little bit there, but now we can see that we're kind of close. We're relatively close there. It looks like we're a little bit too much on not this maybe, or let's take this to 0%. Let's start with that. Okay, so we got negative and negative there, so we are, it's kind of creeping up again. So I want to try to 0 this, and it's a really tough challenge to 0 this. But I also wanted to mention I did add a couple of different mods. We'll go through, kind of hear how they sound and everything. So yeah, we're at negative and then that. So this is going to be a little bit of a challenge. So one of them I did add. We'll just go ahead and show you Zeit's graphic utilities. So that should help a little bit performance as well as graphics. And kind of did some more tweaking with that, playing with that and everything here. So yeah. Let's go ahead and add 2% back in, and we're looking like we're getting pretty close to even. 1.4. It's going to take a moment for this to kind of stabilize. 1.5, but we're at -2 there. Let's go to 5% because I want them to both be even. Ideally, both on the negative, but let's see, so that actually may need to come back this way, -5. That's what I'm thinking about. I'm doing it backwards here. And that's coming out close to 0 and a little bit on positive side, so we're still a little off because this will have a truck pulling a little bit one way or the other. So we ideally want to try to get this 0'd out before we go. If I have the option, I will do it. Then I'm not fighting it, steering around too much. I think we're going to need to go like this, really, because this is just going so tiny little bits here. And once it sits and stabilizes, we get to almost even. All right. I think 15% will do it. And then the mid-rear wheels, I want to give them just a touch more pressure as well. And then that should set us up pretty good. A little bit of a I guess dull start to the episode, but we're gonna get there. We're gonna get to the good stuff. Don't you worry. Just hang tight and bear with me here. So we're within like very, very minor amounts right there, really. So everything should be all right. We'll recenter the tire. Yeah, then we should be okay. We should be all right. Okay. And then I've got everything pretty much cranked up on this, making sure that it is as bright as possible for our custom headlights. Front cooling ducts, I'm going to go ahead and open those up just a little bit more, and then we'll go ahead and set this, and we'll head on over towards Quarry here. Did originally have another transmission, so in fact, what I should do, because I spent almost 150 grand doing this truck, is go to my parts. Inventory, we have 111 parts, so this will help us recover some of the cost. Get rid of our old poopy inline 6 or whatever that was again. Yeah, the inline 6 I think it was, because we got the big old V8 in here. And I've also made it so we have all-wheel drive still, but this time selectable. And just go straight into high mode here. There we go, we got some light going on now. And the other mod deal here, I'm gonna go ahead and set it this way. Cruise control not work here. Sorry, I'm not going fast enough. Okay, we'll hold it here. Yeah, dynamic audio based on doors, windows, stuff like that. It actually figures it all out, so. It's another one from Zeit there, if I am correct in reading that. I can't fully remember, but the link should be down in the description. If not, you just have to yell at me. And our compression brake seems to do a pretty good job here as well. A little bit easier for myself. There we go. So we got trailer transport. We only got one, which is a steel quad. This would kind of be a good start on in and see how we're doing kind of a deal. Did it spawn it? Because there's no way that it spawned it that quick. Yeah, okay. It was taking a moment there for some reason or another. Yeah, it's still getting errors relating to Joe's junk and everything, but that's okay. There we go. We shouldn't have any issues power-wise. What I am gonna do is, let's see, rear differentials, front. Yeah, let's just do the rears locked. And then we're just gonna go ahead and sit in the cab like we normally would, and get that engine brake to run up right away. It is at 100% good. Do we have any traffic? Nope, we're good to go. Just gonna use that engine brake and hope cop doesn't come up while we're going on here, because the speed limit is supposed to be 20 for no reason. And oh yeah, I would say we got some power. That engine brake sounds really interesting because of that. There we go. Oh, that is straight up clipping, like the whole power turned red there. So we're gonna sit here in this mode. Be a little bit quieter, but holy cow, this thing is insanely over loud. Very strange, because now it sounds normal. Well, howdy. You just decided to cut out in front of me? Apparently. Currently trying to deliver a trailer. I think this bumper I put on here is actually good, though. Thank you. Yeah, we're hitting up 54 pounds in a diesel V8. Yeah, now it sounds normal though. I'm not sure why the engine brake was so loud. I think it was because of the cruise control being on. So if the cruise control's on, I'm just not going to turn on the engine brake and we should be okay there. So I'll hit cruise off and then we'll engine brake. Gotta go wide. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Got that steel coil there. Definitely came in a little too quick on that, I will admit. Of course, it wants us to go up and turn around with it, so we will. Definitely a much shorter looking deal than I'm used to, but we go. And that is a total of 14,000 credits right there. So honestly, that's kind of impressive. More than I was expecting for sure. By the way, I'll take it, definitely. I'm not complaining at all. Let's see, we got 4 trailer delivery transporty thingies here. So this would go shuffleboard logistics, huh? Over on Spearleaf Island. Yeah, just up and over the road here for a quick bit of cash. It looks like we'd only make like 3 grand, but I think we're gonna make it close to 10 here. Just for maneuvering that across the road. And if that was real life, how much it would cost just to move that across the road? Yeah, I don't know how anybody would survive. I suppose we could have grabbed the other trailer as well, but I want to see what they have over here to maybe see if we get a trailer train to actually go appropriately there. Got bumped by the tire there, see it right in the mirror. Serves you right. Just because there's a semi-truck going straight does not mean to cut out in front of it. That's just mean. We do have a longer deal here, so... We got our lockdown, so yeah, there we go. We want to be gentle. Back it right up to the dock, basically. It's not quite long enough here for me to work with that, but if we hop into the trailer, we can drop it off. There we go. Okay, not 10 grand, but it's still rather expensive there. 4,600 credits. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what they got here. Three trailer transports here is it. We only get 1 going to the industrial warehouse, so we're gonna head across over to the this guy. Not that guy. Well, kind of over here. Pull up. There we go. Yes, Spearleaf Marine Logistics. That is right. I know it's Spearleaf, but I was trying to think about the name, the port bay, I was just like everywhere with my brain, so. Let's do that inner axle though. We'll lock rear differentials. Let's try this. It does it. It does it really well. I don't know where you guys are going. Otherwise, I might just have to go through. If it's green, it's green, right? Okay, they're moving. Yeah, you're gonna wait, I'm sorry. Although technically I should have let you go. So now we'll cruise on over to the logistics area on Spearleaf Island here. We'll take a look and see what kind of goodies we get. Should be in first. There we go. I'm not really rushing because I know that firstly this condenses, it looks like. I didn't think it did. I thought we had lines through here. Kind of does some weird stuff right here. But then, yeah, you get traffic that does that kind of stuff. And then we're stuck with traffic again. This one we can just take the shortcut on in. Oh, this is supposed to be 20 here, so. Take the squeeze, but we got it. We do have our differentials locked. We still don't need that. Now we can turn a little bit better. Ooh, I ran into it. Thankfully this time. With this one, it looks like our bumper is going to stay well out of the way, so wasn't really paying attention to where I was going there. So even though I bumped there, it should be okay. And this engine really does well, to be honest, with our previous transmission still kept in here. Could try another one if I don't say that before, but yeah, it wasn't quite that great, so let's see. What do we have? It looks like one to each kind of a deal, unless we get these other trailers, but not so interested there. This is a B train going to that, but this is going to shuffleboard. This one is going into logistics. Let's go ahead and grab the B train lead. That'll probably be the first one to pick up. We'll go ahead and get a little bit of a trailer train going here. Nothing quite like we used to have in the past, unfortunately, but we can still get a couple of these going. So we'll have to go pick up the B train lead trailer. That's the steel trailer there. And the B train is probably all the way around the other side. Let's go ahead and make sure we're on the steel trailer where we're at with that. Just gonna take a quick cut here. Steel rolls. So I may be able to just take it on over to wherever the other guy is, but I think he's on the other side. Really gonna put our truck to the test just moving this alone. There we go. Nope, no issue. We're gonna have 30 tons though here. We're gonna be hauling plus trailers, how much they weigh. So probably more like 35, 33 tons maybe. I'm not really too familiar with trailer weights themselves, but should be all right. So we go up this way. There's the B train, so we'll try and straighten this trailer here a little bit. Drop it there. Let them feet come down. There we go. We can go ahead and pick up this guy here. Nice and gentle. We should be in and connected. Yep, we're good. I don't know why you did what you did, but you did what you did, so you get to deal with it. Vertex, man. That's where the Vertex drivers are really not that great in here, huh? Alright, so we've got rent-a-box and industrial warehouse. Industrial warehouse is going to be for the steel coils, so we can head over that way first. I think I only lightly touched them because I didn't hear a honk. I think we're good there. Keep running into red lights, and then we've got cops ahead of us too. Make things even more fun here. Here we go, get those shifts a little bit smoother. I gotta take my time with them. I'm not going quite full throttle there, but looks like we are good to our left here. Nobody's coming, perfect. If we just put her down here, we'll leave it in this gear, and kind of light bit of an uphill, but we're still doing pretty good, I'd say. Start kind of squeezing over to the left here a little bit. So we need to take a right here, but I need to do this carefully. We should be good with our trailer there. Oh yeah, I gave it more than enough room, really. And I really want to drop off the steel trailers first, so I'm going to do that. Letting our engine brake kind of keep us here going too quick, but we'll shift up one. Take it kind of like that. We should get that trailer around without really running the curb too much. Maybe we will. That's okay. I'm gonna real quick open up the map here, because this is the one. Where is it going? Yeah, it's going here, up to the second building. Okay. It's just trying to take me to the other building for the B train, because that's the one I'm directly connected to. See if I can manage this a little bit. Can't see where I'm going. So we're gonna have to drop our B train first. Well, our could probably drop it right now. Where is it? There we go. Oh geez, you guys are trying to go around each other, and that's just not a smart move at all. Gonna have to move them, I suppose. That one was smart. Of course, it's the typical BeamNG traffic type of a deal. Hope the other trailer isn't too close. I'm going to cause an issue here. Nope, we are perfect. 8,300 credits. Not a whole lot, but it is something there at least. damaged 15%, and wow, the auto clutch thing is not working very well. You're gonna be stuck there, you know. There you go. I'm gonna say, I'd end up getting you stuck there, and I really wouldn't mind. I wouldn't notice either. This is gonna be pretty light, quick, and easy though. 10-ton steel pipes. We can corner a lot better. Since we're in the city, we can go ahead and change the transfer case over here. We gotta head over to Rent-A-Box real quick. Gonna kind of coast as they do their thing here, slamming on the brakes as they get up to the sign. There we go. And we got one more to deal with here. Uh-oh. Let's give it a second and see what happens up here at the intersection. Hopefully they get moving, but no, I don't know. Okay, there we go. Ooh, stalled there just because of the auto clutch thing. That really stinks. Yeah. A little bit close there. I heard a clunk of something, but I think it's just a trailer doing trailer things. Yeah, that's all that clunking was. All right. There we go, so we can drop that off. Gets us another 7,100 credits. They're in gear 1 again, despite me holding the clutch. I don't understand why the game's doing that to me. So got some heavy damage. We might lose our first reverse at this rate. Got a lot of trailer deliveries, but I think really they're gonna be mostly these guys. Yeah. Go ahead and see what we got from here. We're gonna go the wrong way in. Make it a little bit easier. Let's hop on out and take a look here what we got. Hopefully, actually, like, there's 10 total trailer deliveries, so it's not too great, especially because we only have the one. Just wants to go back to pure on Spearleaf Refinery. Oh boy. Let's take a look because we can get a rougher idea. At least a better idea, I should say. We have for trailers in other locations like this. We have 41 available items. I think there, and then Quarry would be the other spot, which we only have 2 items available there. Here, I don't think we get anything for trailers. Yeah, nothing much coming out of the garage area there. We got Shuffleboard Logistics in there, so I guess we'll go ahead and take some soda on over. Take a moment for that to spawn up, do its thing, get all ready, go. Isn't a whole lot, unfortunately, but and it really doesn't have the same satisfaction to do it, you know, from free roam. Like, I could certainly load up some trailers from free roam, but it's not the same here. Probably could have stopped in time, but gotta learn somehow, right? I thought they improved the AI, like being more afraid of larger vehicles, so to speak. I thought they did something like that, but apparently not, because he still decided to go. There we go. Sitting here waiting for the lights again. Wish we didn't have all those red bar bollard-like things there, because I would just go through there, but I can't get around this car safely either, because then there's the fire hydrant up there, and if I were to try to go around, I'd probably get hooked up on that, so now we're kind of stuck here. Having no shortage of getting up to speed, though. Just gonna go for it. this little truck is doing amazingly well now that we've changed things up a little bit, so definitely worth keeping an eye on this for the next season whenever that occurs. There it goes again because of the cruise control being on. Just toggle it off and on and it's just fine again. So yeah, that's a little bit of a bug. I'm not sure if it's related to the engine, just BeamNG in general, or anything like that. I mean, I could definitely test a heavy user folder that is all vanilla, nothing, no mods, anything crazy like that, but engine sounds really nice though. This truck is just doing us so good. I'm just honestly fully impressed with it here. Alright, we can drop her off, giving us 7,600 more credits. Take quite a while of this kind of a deal to really get all our money back for doing this. Yeah, even crawling like that just did not like going into that reverse gear, so. 2 trailer transports. Ooh. Yep. Figured it would be something like that. Looks like supposedly we got some milestones this time. Yes, we got 9 trailers for 300 credits and 4 different facilities, 200 credits right there. Beautiful. Nice and quick getting up on speed though, that is for sure. Okay, let's see here. We got 5 potentials, but it doesn't look like anything too amazing. We got a container, and then we got that. And I think on the opposite side of the street, maybe there's some trailers, but I think it's all just fluid pickup. Turn off that engine braking as well. Yeah, just fluid. So we'd have to go ahead and get ourselves that. But I'm curious, maybe next episode we got like 25 down to 21, 28 or 18 cents per liter on a lot of this. So. But there's a lot of availability. So that may be something to look into next episode doing, just to drive the T-Series a little more, because I've missed doing this kind of stuff with the T-Series. Not churning as well as I'd like, so we're going to disconnect that front transfer case to help a little bit there. Oh, we had a tire go flat. Oh yeah, because all of our tires are worn out. So actually, might want to head back. Kind of a downside with the Tyre Thermals mod is it seems like with heavy duty tires it is extremely heavy on the wear. So There goes the cop, but if I keep it around 5-ish, shouldn't have any issues. Oh, he's gone. Good. Let's go ahead. We need the front wheel drive. We'll put in the rear differentials. There goes another rear tire. We actually got okay RPM for highway cruising. Oh my goodness, that was a front tire. That scared me because I was trying to slow down and make sure I didn't hit the car, and also that was a good startle. But keeping it at all-wheel drive, even if we go flat, we should be okay. Like completely flat. But basically, I'm just going to try to make it over to the Silbrick Street garage here. Which we should easily be able to do that. We just gotta deal with the fact that that tires are running out. I do want to see if there is a steering option, but I'll probably do that between episodes here, to be honest. Also, I didn't know if I'd mentioned, but I added some antennas onto the mirrors because why not? And the damage thing is only showing a front right flat, but we've got some other flat tires too in the rear there. Then put in the parking brake, but being we have flat tires, I think we'll be all right there. It's probably gonna need, yeah, it's gonna need to come up in here a little bit more, unfortunately. If I knew how, I would definitely be expanding the area there. It takes a little moment there to start up, but I think we're okay. See here. That tire over here is looking bad. Where is it gone? Oh, it's nearly gone. There's little chunks of it hanging on there. Yeah, that tire's pretty much gone there. Yeah, it needs a repair, which we have an accident forgiveness and vouchers, so we can do that. Which unfortunately does mean it's gonna raise its pricing, but let's see. I want to do one of these, and before it actually fully starts, I want to try and mess with some stuff here. First off, Control-Shift-D, change the time of day, put it in. Can't change any of this stuff. There we go. There we go. Oh, it's trying to shift way too early. And I can't try and get it to shift at all any different, but this will give us a power estimate though, at least. So we have that. Okay, okay. Let's see here. What do we have for power in the truck? We have, well, a weight of 21,000 pounds, which is a little on the heavier side of my, but that's not too bad. Power to weight of 139 horsepower per 1,000 kilograms. Total of 1,300 horsepower. So we've got a couple thousand foot-pounds of torque for sure. At least. Yeah, braking results are not great, but that's okay. Real quickly, I do want to mention, though, when you go ahead and do any of this kind of stuff, make sure, no matter what, let's see, steering, this, you go into front wheel hubs, front wheels, and make sure you change these, because I didn't change these. These are heavy-duty regular front tires. We want the heavy-duty steering front tires, because that's a steer axle. Well, it's the front axle, it steers. And before I get out of that, I also want to see if there's any different steering. There's a dual arm steering, so I don't know if that's really going to do any different or anything like that. I think we'll leave it kind of like that. Yeah, and unfortunately, like I said, I can't place any extra tanks. I even tried the tank deal that goes in the headache rack, but that goes into the cab, so can't do that, unfortunately, either. Let's see, though. I think it's probably going to be about it. I mean, what I could do is real quick, since we got a little bit of time here. Nothing there. Darn it, keeps doing that. Show you guys how we get vehicles out and how we can also change that up. So we're going to go over, hit garage, and then from here we can save this. Just takes a few moments though for the garage, which I'm not sure why, because it's really nothing more than a garage and the flat bit of that, but you know, it appears to be that, or it is broken. Nope, there we go. That took a lot longer than it should have for that. So we're gonna save this. That's season 4, so we could save it that way. So then you save, it can also generate the thumbnail on a save, so you get a good thumbnail in here. Relatively good. You can also go into the showroom and do it that way. Here we got all of the electrics, you know, you can browse and touch stuff like that, but we go to test. This will take us on out and into grid map. And not the flat grid map, but the grid map with stuff in there. So now what I want to do is see... I do have the brake thermals on because I've done brake testing before, but... go ahead and connect that. Go into high mode. Yeah, we got 3,000 pound-feet of torque, basically. We can kind of see what our top speed will be here, so give her a shot this way. And we can see our needle there. Does it actually go all the way around? It does a little ways. Wow. We're at 145, 146. 150 basically is what we're going to be. It's a little bit on the loud side, though, I will admit. And we can even play around here. So what we can do is we got this guy. Now we'll do actually rear frame and rear suspension, rear differential, rear differential. We can go ahead and take this to, say, a 390. This is going to be ridiculous because we're not ever going to need this kind of gearing, and for hauling it's not going to work great. But for the sake of this, what do we have? Where is the front differential deal in here? Is it down here? Yeah, it's down here. Always make sure to use the 1.0 unless you're doing an off-road build, by the way. And then we'll go to the 390.1 here, 390.21. This thing spin around even further yet, if it has that capability. We're already in 9th gear here. 15 miles an hour, right? I don't think it was ever coded into. We stopped going around. Looks like we actually have stopped. Okay. And we're at 171. There's still more. It's still pulling a little bit, but there's not a whole lot more in it. And then the engine brake here we got going. We can see our front there's ABSing. Okay. ABS works good. I think, guys, that is going to be it for today's episode. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to hit that like button. If you want to see more BeamNG content, go ahead and subscribe. Check out the links down below for my Discord and all the different mods that are included in what I play. Go ahead, join, leave a comment, do what you wish to do. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye-bye.